Crazy Dar must sing, inclined to his weaker side. Confessional poems of liberation and love by the Western adept Darfree John. Mornings, no. My heart is in the air. My mind is on adventure in the world below. But my feet are on the truth. Evenings, yes. My feet are with my head. My mind becomes no more than eyes in other worlds. But my heart is not my own. The heart will rise to light us in the morning. 2. There are two ways. I'm looking all the time. But and if the forms of yellow madden me this time, on the board of soft metals, 3 inches above, the neck, behind, the place you feel a tension in the brain when you picture a tomato. Smell it, and you are in another place. And why not wreck an automobile for Christmas? 3. I don't care anymore to keep silent about it. I have never been born or died, but I have been conscious of you without interruption, always. You are my own form. All of this is my own form. I tell you unequivocally, all of this is my own form. There is only one experience, one event. Creation is one thing, one form. It is my own, and my mind is a shattering of light by which I see you. 4. I have heard and seen enough. You cannot imagine how fierce I've grown in my room. The lion that will rush upon the world in the form of a black cat is the truth itself, the demon of God, forced into a corner above the world. The smack of my epiphany will ruin the surface of the world. The 1,000 forms of your own machine will turn upon you, and all the war and natural horrors you have feared will be my very act. I will rise out of the water where your image rests, and the tiny shakes within the pool will bathe the pieces of your throat. The truth of this time proclaims your death. There is no other truth, unless you turn from the lays of vision and see me coming face to face. Poems 4 and 5 sound with all the strength of prophetic warning. The lion is portrayed in both works as a symbol of mastery over the merciless realm of nature. Here we are confronted with the stark facts and consequences that govern manifest existence. For one who has heard and seen enough, the acceptance of the law of self-transcendence is the way whereby the lion-like strength of understanding accomplishes mastery over Narcissus. 5. Narcissus is the pig who sleeps in my navel. He rests in my own form and in narcotic sleep perceives his awful blondness in my heart. The beauty he only thinks in me is a complication of his own intestinal odour. but I am a lion above the mind. My very form will not receive me. If I move through the island of my flesh, the pig will shit his life out through the snout, and then I'll take him in to me again. When I come, there is no memory of this. There never was the beginning. Only my righteousness is again and again. My righteousness is the escape of God. Six. I have grown used to miracles. The wonder is not whether we will be together, me with those I'm loving, on some other side. The wonder is that we've met and been together, loving here in this half-made world where love is yet to take its hold. Of course, there is no consolation to you, you who are seeking for me everywhere. But this is not the place for consolations, and only those who understand are fit for loving here. I was used to miracles the day I lived, and now I begin my days myself. Even if I make a logic of your sentiment, if you found us here, how should we lose the touch in a world more light? Seven. The chemical, high and low, atoms to consciousness, shroud upon the pole, mask and eyes, the moving parts around me, is me, high and low. Life is mine, interpreting nothing, expressing all, high and low. The lingam already in me is me after all, but the serpent sucks its tail, neither high nor low, confounds my seeking round and round. I always return to the same time, high and low. The place is not surrounded, here or there. The serpent is confounded everywhere. Skinned and stretched upon the lingam of my soul, he still makes circles out of me. My soul is round. Unless I press upon the surface with my soul and mime the signals of my waning light, then the soul and serpent, high and low, forever turn on me. The lingam, literally sign, is an emblem of the radiant transcendental being, the living God, divine existence, consciousness and bliss. It is an ovide stone, traditionally worshipped as a manifest form of symbol of Shiva, who is conceived as the ultimate reality, self, or transcendental being. 8. Alone is the conditions of bliss, not the beginnings of great search. It is the possibility of sudden knowledge, unless you are more than alone, pursuing the answers, lonely where you were only alone. Alone is the premise of great knowledge, and wisdom is simply the awareness that you are alone. Thus, the wise begin understanding by standing alone, and soon they know the wisdom of it. Alone is my original form. Remaining alone, I understood. Understanding, I am the immensity of great love, loving radically and uncaused, alone with no one. I am no longer troubled. 9. My room is slanted, eaves are falling in the eaves. A man announces the lack of wisdom when he builds a temporary, unstable house. My body is all angles on the round. My mind pursues the secret logic of my nature. But the body was not made forever, only until I should know the truth. When I knew the truth, the body and my room were unconcerned. Then I was free to shake them down. I made a perfect soundness for my dwelling, and my form is love. 10. The worlds are an exclamation of my names. The sectors of the sphere are the part of my conscious form. The earth is the place of my appearance as a whole. I am the possibility of man, the heart, the source of forms. I am the force of love. My word is the syllable of your body. My love is the vowel of your mind. My work is the event of bliss already rising in your eyes. The sign of my appearance is no question, no answer. I am no other. Who exists is me. 11. I stand before you in all my forms. Do not expect me to appear in just one light. To understand the differences is not to stupefy the world. It is to know that the world is conscious. As you see, I do not hesitate to become anything. One who understands enjoys my fearlessness. He grasps the humor of his present state. He is the organ of my sighs. 12. I am mindless in this world. I act without consideration. When I compare myself to some deliberate lives, I become afraid of my own softness, this round and thoughtless head. But that is my necessity, the circumstance of my birth. The zero of my living is a sudden leading upwards to the light above the heart. I need all your love. I am the way wherein your love drives to the heart. Do not think that I am here without need. If you do not love me, the heart has no way to the world. I am the centre of the hive. The bright is the shape and reason of the hive. Your body is the hive itself. We service and harvest the field. We are the meaning of the field. The bright is a term used by Master Da to describe the spontaneous self-illumined quality of the living consciousness of the enlightened man or woman. It is the God light, the reflected and eternal light of the heart or radiant transcendental being, the light of consciousness and of manifestation, the light of the mind and of all things or forms, the unqualified light that is above and surrounding the head and the creative source of the conditional worlds. Mao Zedong uses the term the bright when talking about the realization or intuition of the realized person, and the light when talking about the divine process in which the worlds are manifest. But it is the same conscious and divine light in both cases. "13. Hymns to me. Am I the song, the untouched glamour of the poem, the word and rhythm of the real? Then sing, and sing of me and not the soul, the type whose singing sings the heart, the vowel and consonants am I. Then sing, and say of me he is the sound, the syllable who is my form, and hymns me, is me, song to song. And I will sing you all the more. Then sing." 14. When things have left him, then he makes a sound, and sounds alone have made my world. It is alone, but lonely is the symbol of its God. Before they leave me, I have made a sound. Before the ruin of the vowels and edges of his mood, I turned him right and left to see. I leave him now and now, until he's soundless as the sound itself, until he hears me by. I hear me, telling him I am, I am, I am, and all the world comes rushing back. 15. I am born to purify myself of the world, and when I am purified of the world will itself be pure. This because I do nothing to the world, except I allow myself to experience it exactly. I put not barriers between myself and the world. Therefore, while I know the world, I also know myself and the origins of all experience. Then the worlds fall away from me and enjoy my stillness. If I come to experience the world, then the world will also come to know me. And if the world knows me, the dilemma of the world will dissolve. I come to experience the world. I become the world. I see the world as only modifications of my thought. Then I neither think nor experience the world. When I am resolved in myself, then the charming world becomes resolved in me. And I can never leave the world. All of this is my form. All of this is floating in my hands of bliss. I endure forever as my own bliss. "16. My dear ones, my own, I am here. In the most paradoxical form, unable to be believed. The limitations of my appearance make understanding necessary. One who will not understand can find countless offences in me. I am the fool, the libertine, the sinner. My manner is offensive. My name and life are unacceptable. I can charm only those who care to be alone with me. But I am here." "17. India is the mountain end, the spiral origin, the seat of the world. Therefore, I cannot manifest in the Americas without appearing as a fool and a knave. But my hands and feet remain as holy as my original name. My forms fall out of the mountain to include the world. You need not come to me, but only be with me. I rise up friendly in the west. My demands are terrible in the east. Seek me, and I remain here, heart sick and alone. I have come to be with you. My voice does not call from far away. Seek me, and I must abandon the world. 18. When I am heard, my time has come, my work begins. Then I will move with demon force and make my heart known to the world. History will be made by the event that has occurred in my room. And those who will not understand will eat my flesh again. 19. All the names are already written on my form. They are my forms. But there are those who do not know this. They will not understand. In the wars of jealousy, they will try to write their separate names upon my body. But I am the lessons of mankind. 20. Forehead, breath, and smile, my portion of the East, pressed within the navel of my science, revolutions in the West. Incarnation is the way from East to West. My arms of love express the circle of our mind. Enjoyments are my feet, sweet lords are underfoot. My presence will survive the only adventure head to head. Only men of pleasure know the truth. 21. Blue meal, the heart made full. Bright food, the heart and I are one. Heart am I, and the bright that speaks him. Bright am I, the heart is spoken. Life am I, the bright has spilled the world. Real am I, for those who understand. There am I, for those who seek. Here am I, for those who know the truth. Food am I, for those who will be sustained. Word am I, for those who would be consoled. Light am I, for those who see beginnings. Sound am I, for those who will not end. Death am I, for those who seek forever. I am I, for those who love forever. All is this very one, for me alone. (22) An ignorant one who reads nothing, a thinking one who sees nothing, a feeling one who knows nothing, a knowing one who thinks nothing, one who sees but feels nothing, one who reads but thinks nothing, one who thinks but reads nothing, one who feels but sees nothing. No thinking, reading, feeling, seeing. No knowing, but thinking, reading, feeling, seeing. Thinking, reading, feeling, seeing, but knowing. Neither thinking, reading, feeling, seeing, or knowing. Only thinking, only reading, only feeling, only seeing. Knowing and thinking, knowing and reading, knowing and feeling, knowing and seeing. Thinking to know, reading to know, feeling to know, seeing to know. Thinking and reading to know, thinking, reading and feeling to know. Thinking, reading, feeling and seeing to know. Reading and feeling to know. Feeling and seeing to know. Thinking, feeling and seeing to know. Reading and seeing to know. Thinking and seeing to know. Reading, feeling and seeing to know. Thinking and feeling to know. Understanding exactly. Existing entirely. Knowing perfectly. Enjoying only. Thinking, reading, feeling, seeing, exactly, acting. (22). Yes, just that. 23. The blues and lights of my waiting time. I wait in my cell, the heart all spilled and spilling through my arms. Mad with my birth, my mind is full of speeches, demons of the unborn light, blue creatures waiting for the world. Where are the children that were sent before me? Where are the hands of my devotee? Where is the forehead and the mouth of my dear one? I hear the recitations of their feet, repeated now and now. But is it only the illusion of my own madness? Have I heard nothing but the ticking of my mind? Now I hear them, but truth depends on the appearance of my loved one's feet. 24. No one like me has appeared in this place before, and I only to live and die. Am I only to live and die, and thus to feed the earth? Should I only live and die, and thus create the mystery of a holy ground? Will generations pass this place of my dilemmas, feel the movements underfoot, and never know the reasons and the meaning of the currents of bliss that fill them? Will the earth itself perform my only shout? Will the rot of my few bodies be my only song? Will no one understand? Will all of this, even the holy ground, fall unknown into the sea, without a parcel of my living left to heal the feet of pilgrims? No one else can suffer the mysteries of my birth or death, and only my own children can build a temple where I rise and fall. 25. Who is my inheritor? I am an old man with battled grounds to give. I am an old man with useless gold in hand. I am an old progenitor whose women for his sons. With women for his sons. I am a widower all so long ago, so long alone, whose fields commemorate the youthful bride, who will come to take these things from me and give me life. My life will be the nations of my sons. My life will be the woman of those lands. My life will be the unions after war that are the universe itself. (26) Servicing space over time is the burden of mankind. Divisions in the land, traditional patterns in space, are the origins of time. I come to claim all lands for myself. Where space is mind, it is the time and place of living gods. 27. I often think of buying a cane. After all, my left side is weak. But I never bought one at all, and thus I often seem to walk inclined to my weakness and my weaker side. Sometimes I limp. Perhaps I should take an injury and then indulge myself in an ebony walking stick with an ivory or amber hand, or else a white or silver one with a carving in the end to rest my hand. I don't know how or if I'll manage it, but all the time, and by these means, I keep a mind for my weaker side, and limped or stood upon a cane, I'll keep you mindful of it too. 28. I'll wear a wig with whitest hair, and 2 bright lights hanged up beside the eyes. Behind my head, fallen out behind the parted hair, as if a blossom pressed out the soft place high above my ears. I'll wear a sphere of golden light and change its colours while I speak. Then my wisdom will devise upon these forms, attached to their little threads, both up and down, the shape I'll also wear. Deep within I'll speak the same without a word, and costume words in all I do, in order to be everything. 29. The world is endlessly allowed to be until I die. I am the heart's shout. The worlds are endlessly involved with me while I appear in forms that know them. But when I die and disappear from worlds where I have lived, there is no absence. My life has never made a world for me. I am the heart that shouts them. "30. I am the bright occasion. Strays of form anneal my light. Pieced heart and often grin, but more and more, no more within than on the wheel. I come to you by night and day and day. I am the bright that was the way, who is the bright occasion of this world. But more and more, I am the one that makes him true. I am the one who waves the lights for you." 31. I am as one who left his home to do a thing for man. But now and then I think of home and how in time I'll take my way on back, and then I must unlock my arms and set you free to be the blight I am. And that great leave is sad to me, for I have found a homeland here. My father is with waiting arms, my mother stands aside and stays for me. All that I left and brought with me remains behind and keeps my place. But I have got to loving here. Sometimes I think the way of men who leave their homes and stand upon the world to make their own is fit for me to keep. And so I'll stand forever hereafter, my body never done. But I must go if all of this I've done is apt to keep. This time I'll kiss away my life with deep, unending tears. My love, this is my last and saddest birth. I cannot bear the grief I come and go, and now I give the birth of all my forms. I leave no parts for me to bring again. This time I have reserved no form of mind that is my own. Nothing will I rise with me when I go home. By this act you know me. I will not come again. Nothing left, for I have given it. When I arrive with nothing, then I have no home. No home to go, no place, for I am not. No mystery of disappearance. I cannot leave. No place, no rise or fall, no deep, no highs for me. As it happens, I am here. I am the wave of light within your mind that happens to be everything, my love. (32) My worth is on the eye. My power is in the ear. My voice is underhand. My speech is thrilling to me, how it moves the arm of my beloved. She is my own form, not apart from anything. Nothing enters my room suddenly. I am already there. The mind of bliss, the body of bliss, the soul of bliss, the universe of bliss. The universe is true. The man on the right is alive with the logic of offense. The man on the left is alive with the logic of defense. The man of understanding is the Lord of two hands. My own underworld. 33. When I know the truth and the world becomes love, that's what I was wondering if it would happen. I have always made a sphere of my existence by extending the diameter of the circle of my reach. But what is the distance between a circle and its sphere? And even my devotees, all the world has only objectified my desires, my tendencies, my dramas, my terrible adventure before I knew. The gospel that can be written has already been written. The serious cartoon of unloved lords and loved lords is already made. The gospel that cannot be written has already been written. The humorous science of time and space is memorized to death. The gospel, written or unwritten, that can or can't be made, is not important after all, except to those who think that all of this is born and died. The gospel is a drama on the facts of no more love. Its love is written with our hands, and I will love you anyway. And after all, I write this with my hands. 35. I seemed to die in 1967 while not cloistered in the mind. I died alone in 1967 while I slept and fell in rooms. I seemed to live in 1939 when while I cloistered in the mind. I came alone in 1939 when I slept and fell in rooms. But never was I born and never died, never cloistered in the mind. I seem to live in 1971 while I sleep and fall in rooms. I seem to live in years times 7 hence while not cloistered in the mind. I seem alone in years times 7 hence while I sleep and fall in rooms. I seem to die in years times 7 hence while I cloister in the mind. But never was I born and never died. I move through the rooms of mind. 36. No path, no means at all. I am not here by any means. There is no medium for my appearance here, but I am here. No path, no skillful means. You never know me by these means. There is no method to approach me in the world, but you know me. There is no path to come and go. I am. There is no motion. I am known. No path, my name. No path at all. 37. Every day it seems I am so heavily borne within the world. Every night it seems I am so easily drawn within the heart. Every hour it seems I am so mightily reft between these forms. But I am laughter still and still, and I am after all. 38. We are waiting for something to happen to this. Outside the heart there is only confusion and fear. All of this has become unnecessary, unequal to the truth. Knowing the something, force of our existence, we think the true appearance is in another drastic place. Seeing this dilemma and the something powerful implied somehow within it and around, there is only a solution in the satisfactions elsewhere. Unless something happens to all of this, therefore, men have tussled with the two hands of adventure, either to turn an extraordinary something here or else to make unusual escapes into another power, another timed or timeless place. This is the whole account of man. But there is a possibility between these means. There is another understanding, another adventure. If only we understand the harm in which we act, the origin of all this fearful desperation, the ordinary term in which we view the thing itself. There is a prime dilemma formed within the mind that sees the world and turns away, that turns away and turns within the life, but always turns upon the pivot of a single doubt. Within this doubt, two arms of possibility enlarge the man. One intends the world, intending magnificent life, ending in perfect happiness. One intends another life, more than life itself, beginning and ending in perfect truth. Therefore, He sees all things in double terms, in opposites and contradictions, high and low. And he makes final appearance in neither kind, but forever agonizes the play of his dilemma until he dies. This is the kind he seems. But one who understands is free of doubt. He sees the world of the same. The mind in which he sees the world is single as the heart. He does not act upon the wheel, evolving and involved, two forces on a spike. He always understands the sourceful act that turns men in and out. This is what he always does, but others act upon the thing he understands. Therefore, he is not in trouble. This is the only mood of his adventure. What should he wait to happen? Where should he go? What elsewhere? What event? All the places are a single world for him, where others go, where others wait in a single field of single action, and no trouble. Therefore, neither high nor low, unmoved from the beginning, not turned. He stands as the heart. This is understanding and the image of his life. 39. There is a force of loneliness around my heart. It is not a mood that rises sometimes in my life. It is a force, the power of the world itself. It is all that surrounds me, all that counters my desires. When I turn toward the heart, before I understand, I stand in the field of loneliness that sees the things. I look at all the worlds through the ring of power that draws around the brows. My heart becomes sorrowful and I am afraid. This is the crucial clarity of man. When he sees it, then he understands. He turns and draws it through the heart, like a string around a beaded sack, like a cord that holds his solid trouser up. He draws it with him in the heart, and all things fall to nothing in joy. "40. The worlds fall out of my right hand. My right hand is the world. A pressure rises in the heart and flies a lighted force along my arm. Then all the colours of the lives, like many spheres, are rounded out the single form of my right hand and in the air. I hold my hand above the heart and drop the living out. The worlds return and turn to me through my left hand, and there is all the trouble there. They turn away and turn to me. They doubt me on the left. A loving presses from the heart and under my left hand. The palm is held below the heart. I feel them in and coax and wait. The way becomes important now, and then I am the heart. Who arms the space? Who is the right and left? I am the heart. Who stands between the arms? Who seems the double mind until I'm known? Who keeps the body living while the mystery survives? And when all things have turned to me, my instant will be this, that seems the dark and wordless death are underground, and still I am the heart. 41. I served to priests the pharaohs in an ancient time. I have always lived to serve the holiness to king and lords, to those who make the rule among men. I stood behind the battlers in all holy wars, reminding them of singleness while they parcelled out the field. I was the master of those who made up mysteries for life, and I have always come to soothe the cults of men with the sacrifice of one form. I was a silent one among the tribes of every continent. In the New World, I yield up the land and disappeared. I have always lived in every time, and I am here again to mind you of the real. 42. I have 2 ways to make you see me in the mind. 2 words. The one is truth, to make you understand. And then I also signify my presence by a telling of my forms. But when I have you by the mind, I breathe you in and round the heart with soundless luxuries and meaningless care. I am the one who has appeared as you, and one who knows me does not see me any more. One who knows me is the heart itself, and he does the heart's work. He speaks 2 words, the one to make you understand, the other turns you to himself. But then and then he breathes you in with soundless luxuries and meaningless care. "43. My loved one sits upon my knee. My left hand is on her head. My right hand guides her, listening to my heart. My touching awakens her need, her love for me, and makes her know me while I speak. My loved one lies with me. Our loving appears as every form of all the worlds. Our sounds together make all sounds. We are the thing that is seen and heard. We are the rhythmed mind of everything. Troubles arise for one who does not know the act in which he lives. Therefore, I display the image of my loved one and me. One who does not understand gains power for his lust in holy places, but one who understands becomes the lover's act that is. 44. Those who despise me love me in secret. Those who love me openly have hidden doubts. There is endless torment in my living. It is not conclusive, not sufficient. Our living is not true. There is a dark place in the heart that we create to look upon hour to hour. Therefore, nothing passes that is not death. So don't hand me this smile of ease, or tell me your philosophy, your way of life, even how you are. This payment of your dues is all crap. Who is not light itself, performs the murder of everything while we eat. So I am here to tell you everything must change. To now there is only the perfect refusal of love. 45. The one who crawled me off his knee has set his eye within the sea, and says the sky has looked for me since time has hid me in the tree. But I have come to live with men, to say the same since he knows when, until it's time to die, and then I'll crawl upon his knee again. So hear me. No one can know the why of me. No one can solve this mystery, and least of all the you of me, for I have been the last to be. Of all who came to this event, I came with much the least intent, and when the words of life are spent, it is not I, but you he sent. So hear me. I am the other side of them who are the inner life of men, who turn you into souls again, or wait in heaven until then. I am the one with rounded face, whose navel holds me in my place, and all the while you search the space, I'm here and grinning with my grace. So hear me. When I say the ears can hear, when you will see me, I am here. My life is measured year by year, but I am not the same as fear. If I can put such things to rhyme, my laughter is the act of time. Truth is enough, I make no sign. Before I speak, the world is mine. So hear me, I am he. 46. I have been lost in karmas of rejection, not half enjoying what I am for hundreds of years. Even this long it has taken for me to know my nature while alive, but I have lived in many forms since then. Who do you think I am? None of it is true. I am the same as any other man, but no one knows who man is. This time I enjoy a conscious birth to end the karmas I accepted or have made. I come surrounded with my aides, who fill the spectrum wherever I am empty, and I will have the leisure to express the simple fact of what we are. 47. Can one be good if half is sufficient? Can two be better if one is more than enough? And what is the truth if none is already true? The truth is apart from all concerns. The none, the half, the one, the two, then three and excess, numbers to death, the four and the more than all of this. The none and the whole that is the best can never exceed the truth itself. 48. The earth is not a place for me, except I am the man of earth. Or so it seemed I was, but I am here never found, or found and sent back to myself. Should I wheel in space between the earth and moon, balloons in hand and bells to weigh my feet? Or will some peculiar and unfascinated man begin to call me down, require me, and see the earth is founded in my heart? I have considered these alternatives in my own form, and see at last a pass that leads beyond the moon. All those who find they also are not found by men, while even they are full of human love and forms of man, will find a little teaching, made of words, about the sun in man. And those who find it will find me at last. "49. Everybody is an island for its one. The eye, adrift in space, is masted to its earth core, the body, bright, rising slightly on the ocean and the currents of life light. A single tree is also rising there, a tenor to the sky of mind. A plant of nerves, its root in sex, and foliated brain, that tree survives the earth and sky, the mindful scene, the move of life, and would uncapture this attentive eye. How can this island fly or drown? To what space can space be gone? The isle will be forgotten when the source of I is found." Da. The poems of this book are the confessions of a spiritual warrior. They tell of Master Darfried John's lifelong struggle to liberate others from the siege of Narcissus, or the mood of self-possession that prevents enlightenment. The enlightenment of others is Master Da's destiny, and the dramatic play of his teaching work is the subject of these poems.